So Cillian Murphy says there was no demand for him to lead big studio films after his Oscar win for Oppenheimer. I just wasn't available, so it didn't happen. Maybe someday it will, or maybe it's too late. So Cillian Murphy was rumored to be playing, or he was rumored to be in talks for number one Doctor Doom, which would have been a really big lead role in MCU, which he was my fan cast, but he was rumored to be in talks for that. He was also rumored to play Voldemort in the new Harry Potter series. But we know that now, he does a bunch of small films and stuff like that that he's passionate about. But he also is doing a Peaky Blinders movie and is executive producing the new Peaky Blinders sequel series that's coming out in the next 2 to 3 years. And I want to say this. I'm happy that Cillian Murphy didn't give into the demand to lead big studios and that his schedule was already available. Because what happens is when a lot of stars go into that mode, they end up doing just bull crap movies. And it becomes about making a dollar more than actually doing movies that actually matter and that actually mean something. A prime example is like after RDJ got done his role in Avengers Endgame, right? He went and did Dr. Dolittle, and the movie is terrible. The movie made no money in box office and it wasn't successful. And because there was a demand for RDJ to be in Hollywood, but like he was just taking a random movie that wasn't really good, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm happy that, he's not in like 20,000 different movies. Because look, as much as I love Pedro Pascal, the dude's in everything, bro. The dude's in everything. And he's a really good actor, and he's one of my favorite actors in the game. But like, dude is in almost every project. And I'm not tired of it yet, but I am going to get to a point eventually where I'm just like, I'm tired of seeing the same actor. You know what I mean? And I am at a point where I do feel like we are seeing the same actors in every project. Excuse me. That's why I like Cillian, because when Cillian jumps onto something, it's been a while since it feels like it's been a while since I've seen him. Same thing with somebody like Robert Pattinson. I don't see Robert Pattinson much, but when he does pop out, I'm happy to see him. So and I think that as an actor, you have to have that kind of vibe. And, and we see similar things with people like Michael B. Jordan, where he's active, but he's not in everything. We need actors like that to where they're active, but they don't do everything. And I think that Cillian Murphy is playing his cards right by not being the big demand lead studio, big film guy. You know what I mean? But I will say this, though. I think not taking the Doctor Doom role, if he was offered it, and not taking the Voldemort role, if he was offered, was a big miss. I think he would have killed both of those roles.